Chapter, Quinkun here, and before we get into the video, I want to thank the FIFA family for uploading this video. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe to them. I'll leave a link in the description down below. But if you're watching this on the FIFA family YouTube channel, remember to leave a like. I'm Quinkun, and let's get into this episode. Alright guys, so today we are going to be doing the Portuguese national team, and basically what this is, if you're new to this series, what I do is that make a team, an ultimate team with the youngest players of each nation. I already did England, Germany, and now we are going to do Portugal. But to start off this team, in goal we are going to have Rui Patricio, and this guy is so freaking good. He's 26 years of age. I still see him being in the Portuguese national squad by the next World Cup. He has 85 diving, 79 handling, 82 kicking, 82 reflexes, and 79 positioning. This guy's a very good and decent goalkeeper. I would like to see him play in La Liga or even in the Barclays Premier League because he's such a great goalkeeper. He does play for Sporting, but La Liga Portuguesa isn't really that much of competition. But we move on to the right back, who is my man Cedric, and this guy is such a great right back. He's one of the best right backs that I've used in this game, and Cedric is barely 23 years of age, and he plays for Sporting, and Sporting has produced so many good young players, and here's another one of them. He has 79 pace, 72 passing, 75 dribbling, 71 defending, and oh my freaking god, when I played with this kid right here, he was absolutely amazing. He's one of the best silver right backs that I've used in this game, and I did buy him for around 2,400 coins. He does range in between 700 to 3k depending on which chemistry style you get. But this guy, when I used him, he was such a great defender. He rushed forward, he gave some passes, he came back and defended, and he did such a great job, and he even looks hot. No homo, but this guy looks really freaking good. But we move on to the center back, Iori, and Iori reminds me so much of Pepe. Let's go through this guy's stats. He has 75 pace, 76 defending, 72 heading, and I did get the Liverpool version of this card. I don't know if he plays in Granada right now or in Liverpool, but I did get the Liverpool version. But this guy is barely 21 years old, and this is the exact reincarnation of Pepe. He has the afro. He even looks like him. He was the rock in defense. He rushed forward, took balls away. He stayed back when he had to, and I recommend you guys buy this guy. He did cost me 5k coins. I know that's kind of a lot, but he's such a quality defender. I suggest you guys get him. He's a great defender, and I had fun using this guy. But now we go on to the next center back. The next center back is Pablo Ferreira, and this guy is 23 years of age. He is a little slower than Iori, but this guy has better stats in defense. He has 67 pace, 67 passing, 72 defending, and 76 heading. Now Iori did shine out Ferreira, and you know, Ferreira was the cheaper option, but Ferreira does have some good stats. He has 90 jumping, so that really helps him out when he heads the ball. But overall, Iori did shine him out, and we move on to the left back, who is Fabio Coentrao. Now Fabio Coentrao, we all know who this guy is. Fabio Coentrao plays for Real Madrid. He had some spectacular seasons with them, and I still believe that Fabio Coentrao is going to stay in the Portuguese team because Portugal does not have any better fullbacks, and Fabio Coentrao is still 25 years old. He's still very young. He can still offer a lot of stuff, but overall, he is a great left back. Now we move on to the midfield, and the first guy to start this off is Adrian, and I do see this guy taking the spot of either Raul Meireles or Miguel Veloso because this guy plays for Sporting. He's still, you know, developing, but he has that experience. He started playing at a very young age, and he's a very good center mid. He has great shooting power, great short passing, and overall he complements this 4-3-3 formation. And his partner in crime is going to be Llamo Dino, and Llamo Dino, we all know who this guy is. He played for Porto, he moved to AS Monaco, and each year he gets better. And you know, we've seen this with Spain. They have old midfielders, but you know, each year they get better, and the same thing is with Llamo Dino. The older he gets, the better he gets, and he's such a great center mid. I did get him in a pack, and you know, it was a great pull for me, and he really complements his 4-3-3. But the last center mid is going to be Andre Martins, and this guy also plays for Sporting, and this guy is such a great player. I'm not gonna lie, one of the best center mids I've used. He has 80 pace, and he's such a great center mid. He has great passing ability, great pace, and he does cost a little less. He's worth 1.4k, and if you guys really need a squad, you know, a Portuguese squad you want to make, or a Liga Portuguesa, I suggest you guys get him because he's pacey, great passing, and he's going to be getting past the center backs like nothing, and he's a great midfielder overall. But now we move on to the attacking trio, and the first guy we're going to have is Salvador Agra, and this guy has high medium work rates, and this guy was so freaking great. He had the most assists, he had a good amount of goals, and he has great pace, very agile, and he's short, and he's a great replacement for Nani in that right wing position. But now we move on to the number 9 spot, and that goes to Nelson Oliveira, and this guy, I do see him taking the spot of Elder Porciga and Hugo Almeida, because Nelson Oliveira has been in many clubs. He's been loaned to Deportivo La Coruña, now he's playing in France, but he does belong to a Portuguese team. But this guy's getting experience in every country, in Spain, in France, in Portugal, and hopefully we see him in many more squads. But this guy's an overall great striker, and I do see him taking the spot in that number 9 position. But now we move on to the left wing, and I would have had Cristiano Ronaldo in this position, but he costs too much. 3 million coins, I cannot afford him. I would have him in the squad because we've seen it before. Luis Figo, he resigned from the national team when he was around 38 years old, so Ronaldo still has a decade in front of him, and he's still very good, very young. But in his place we put my man Bruma, and Bruma, many say he is the replacement for Ronaldo, but he's still very young. He has to develop, and he is a very good player on Ultimate Team. He has great pace, he plays for Galatasaray, and he has great shooting. I had fun playing with this team, but this guy is still very young. He can still develop. He plays for Galatasaray, and this guy, I would want to see him in a more competitive league, and I would want to see his overall get a little higher because he deserves more. He's a great left wing, but he still needs that experience. But that's the team. We have a 4-3-3, a lot of silvers, but a good amount of gold players that are still in their mid-20s, and this squad was very great, and I'm going to be giving you guys my honest opinion about this team and what I think about the Portuguese team for the future. Alright guys, so I had so much fun playing with this team. It was very compact. We did concede a lot of goals, but we did also score many goals. With this team, I did win about 3 games and I drew 1, and it was so fun to play with this team. The midfield was compact. They rushed forward, they came back together. The defense was freaking great. Cedric, a great right back. The attacking trio was one of the best. I kept centering in balls, and I did use the OP headers. But don't get me wrong, if I had more time to play with this team, I would have so much fun. I did abuse the centers and the headers because it was the only way that I could beat these guys, because they would go up in markers with cheesy goals, and you know, the only way I could get back on the markers was with a cheesy OP header. But I do see this Portuguese team in the future becoming a little better, because right now Portugal does need a better striker. Elder Porciga is great, but he doesn't dribble that well. He doesn't have great pace, but he is a great finisher. But if Nelson Oliveira still continues and these young guys still continue on, I know that they will be in the Portuguese team, and they are so freaking great. They're great prospects, and I do see them doing very well in the national team. But hopefully you guys enjoy this episode. Like I said, remember to leave a like and comment. I'm Wrath or Quinkun, and I'll see you next time.